today I'm gonna be building the real estate AI cold calling campaigns, which is the most viewed video on my channel from 1 year ago, and I'm gonna repeat it with the updated version of the cold calling system using Retell AI instead of Blunt and using NA10 for the internal system instead of make.com, so that we can optimize it and improve this system that I have sold for several real estate investment companies and agents. So without further ado, let's go directly into the video on how to build it and how it works. Let's go. So here we are in Retell because today we're gonna create, as I said before, the AI cold calling campaigns for real estate agents in late 2025, almost entering in 2026, so that we can do again the video that is the most viewed one in my channel of the real estate AI cold calling campaigns that I published almost a year before. So let's go inside Retell. I'm just gonna join and log in, and here inside we're just gonna create a normal agent, because what we want to do is create, there you go, our AI voice agent. You can check also the system of the complete AI cold calling system, the video of the complete AI cold calling system, to check also, well, what to do with inside the AI voice cold calling system in terms of the inbound calls, so that when we call someone they call us back, and we can manage those calls also with another AI voice, in this case inbound agent, also to send follow-ups. Today we're just gonna be doing the basic classic AI cold calling campaigns for real estate agents. So for that, we're just gonna start with a single prompt agent. I'm gonna create it here, and from there on we're gonna change the name for AI cold calling campaigns. Let's change it actually to 2025 AI cold calling campaigns for real estate agents. There you go, and I'm gonna leave it here. Fantastic. So here it is. What are we gonna change now? I want to select a great voice, and I want to change the settings so that it sounds really good. So first of all, the voice speed, I like it to be a bit slower. I don't like the voice to be really fast. The voice temperature, I like it to be a bit more calm, let's say around 0.7. The voice volume has to be really high. I like so that the people can listen to the voice actually really good. So I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna change it actually to 11 Labs Turbo B25. There you go. And then what I'm gonna do is go to 11 Labs. So here in 11 Labs, let's choose another voice. Usually I like to go with voices from America, because most clients or most real estate agents that have purchased this system for me have been from America. So let's go in this case from English. And the accent that we're gonna choose, well, as you can see, we're gonna have American, we have, I think, New York. Let's choose it later. Let's go right now with male, for example. And I think we could go like this. Let's go with the filters, and here we have everything. So I actually would like to choose a different accent. Here we have all of them from the US. Let's go, for example, from Southern. Let's see what we have in Southern. Let's see, Eric.
Hello, my name is Eric B, and I'm from Texas. My girlfriend Vicky is the love of my life.
Mathematics can uncover the ancient secrets, just like fossils tell tales of dinosaurs.
I don't like really a lot this one. This one was good, Eric was good. If not, we could check even, for example, New York. Let's take a look.
A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds.
Reading is like peeling a juicy fruit, revealing layers of adventure inside.
Oh, so I think that we are gonna choose actually Eric. I like it, so I'm gonna copy the voice ID. I'm gonna bring it here, and I'm gonna actually change it here. So for that, we just have to go here to 11 Labs, and we should, in this case, add custom voice. Don't paste it there, and now you can paste it here, and you can see here Eric, and you can save it so that we can use it there. Fantastic. So the next part is gonna be to choose right now the LLM, because we are, as you can see, have right now GPT-4.1, which works good, but I actually prefer to use 4.1 mini because it's a bit cheaper, and I actually like it because it's fast. I like it. It's just my opinion. Maybe you test and you see that GPT-5 mini is better, or you still like to go with GPT-4 real time or GPT-4, whatever you prefer. I like GPT-4.1 mini, and that's what I would recommend you right now. So let's choose also the use AI specs first in this case. And we are gonna start with a custom message. and we will add later with the prompt. There's no worries at it. So let's go right now with the speech settings. I like the background sound to be, for example, the office, so we could use a call center. I like it to put it a bit lower, the volume. The responsiveness, I like it to put it on 0.98 to lower it a bit. Why? Because that way the responsiveness means that the AI is going to take some time to think the response and it's not going to respond immediately, which is really more realistic. The interruption sensitivity is going to be in 0.9, that's good. Enable backchanneling, this is really good because this gives us the possibility of telling the AI words that make the voice agent sound realistic. For example, yeah, okay, something like this, Backchannel frequency 0.8 is great. Speech normalization, I'm gonna put that. The next thing could be for the call settings. I like to hang up if reaching voicemail, but if you want to leave a message with the AI, it's also possible. There's no problems with it. User keypad, we're not gonna use it, and call on silence, it's gonna be on 2 minutes, no more, guys. And the max call duration, let's put it at around 15 minutes, because if not, it's gonna cost us a lot of money. Because as long as they could take into account that this type of apps charge you based on the time of the call, so that's why we should leave it like that. Okay, the ring duration is gonna be left the same, and the post call analysis by now also it's gonna be less. We might use it actually later to receive the data, as you can see in the actually complete call calling system. I create the video I created about it. But yeah, so right now what I'm gonna do is gonna go to create the prompt, and I also gonna put the first message here. I'm gonna go to it. So here I have, in this case, the prompt. I already have it finished. It's a similar one that I used for a video. We're gonna save it, and we're gonna, in this case, use here hello there, and I'm talking to name, and that way what we're gonna do is use the variable, in this case the name. We can personalize it as much as you want. As you can see, we're gonna have here on property, and this dynamic variable means the street, so we can personalize it also with all the other details that you have, maybe with the state, not only the address of the property, but more things. Okay, so our objective later is gonna be, in this case, to book an appointment and to extract dynamic variables. So for it, we're gonna extract, in this case, different variables. Which one is gonna be the first? The first one is gonna be, in this case, the reason, and we're gonna put it the reason for the user to sell his property. Let's put use the exact same words he has told you, let's say like that. Fantastic. Let's also add, in this case, the variable of the price. Let's gonna say the price of the property, no, the price the user has told you he wants to sell his property for. There you go. And now we're gonna go with a number. Fantastic. And I'm gonna save it, and let's go finally with the repairs. Let's put whether it needs repairs, whether the property needs repairs or not. There you go. Fantastic. And here we are actually gonna use a boolean, release it like that. We're gonna save it, and let's put extract underscore let's put property underscore details, I think so. Yeah, let's put extract the details of the property that the user has told you, the reason, price, and repairs. Fantastic. Okay, so with this set, we just have to go with the N10 scenario of booking an appointment. So what I'm gonna do, instead of using check calendar availability and book on the calendar that don't work really good, we're gonna use a custom function, where in this case we want to just get the time, and yeah, the time, so that we can actually pass it and book the appointment. Okay, so in this case what we're gonna do is come here to functions, and we are gonna add, in this case, the custom function as we said. Okay, so in this case we have to be in thought that probably the bad thing that has Retell compared to Bapi is that the custom function system does not work as good as it does with Puppy. What do I mean by that? That if we want to give an output format in 2025 after now, so that it gives us the exact date, it's not gonna be able to do it, unfortunately. Which means that we're gonna have to use an AI system, an AI LLM, to actually make it work. Unfortunately, I don't like to use LLMs, but sometimes it is necessary, because if not, it's not possible. We could use a bunch of code and everything, but it's a beginner guide and I would like it to make it as easier as possible. So for that, we're gonna click here on example. By the way, this is the description, the date in which the user has told the AI agent he wants to have the appointment with the real estate agent. So we're gonna change this to date, just follow me, and we are gonna just copy this thing that we have here. There you go. So let's put it here, and let's put output the date and time the user set. Fantastic. So now we're gonna change this to date as we changed before. We're gonna format it in JSON, and this is gonna be the NA10 webhook that we're gonna use. So let's go inside NA10 to actually create an account or sign in, and let's do it. So here I am in NA10. I just created a new account. As you, if you are a beginner, you have done probably the same. So let's go here and let's add, in this case, the webhook. And what are we gonna do here? Let's change this to post. We're gonna copy it and we're gonna actually bring it here. I'm gonna change this URL to paste it. Now we're gonna update this function, and what we're gonna do here is right now leave it in immediately, and we are gonna listen here for the event to receive all the information here. So with this set, what's gonna be the next step? The next step is gonna basically be to build the appointment setter. I have built tons of them in this channel. Lately I have built a lot of call.com ones with using the fields and everything, so I'm just gonna guide you really fastly. So for that, what we're gonna do first is actually test our agent.
Hello there, am I talking to slash name?
Yes.
Hey, at name.
Well, or even, wait a minute guys, what we would do is actually do a test here in chat. So let's go to chat. It's gonna be easier. You could test there the voice, but I prefer to do it here with chat because we're gonna be faster. We're just gonna click here, yes, but you see here that right now we have the variables, reason, let's say no repairs, and I say, let's say I want change in environment. Let's say, perfect. What price are you looking? Let's say 1 million. It's gonna understand it. And right now, let's say yes, I want to book an appointment. Let's prepare the workflow. Let's click here, and what we're gonna do is basically ask for the date and time. So let's say Wednesday, 4 p.m. Really fast, easy, simple, and we should get probably the information. Okay, there you go, fantastic. So right now, what we're gonna do is we could put here a ChatGPT, OpenAI ChatGPT, like this. So let's go here on message a model. There you go, and we're gonna connect right now our credentials. But first of all, let's choose the model. Oh, of course, let me a moment, I connect my credential. There you go. So right now I'm gonna choose, in this case, GPT-4 mini, and let's choose the user right now. And what I'm gonna do is go here to expression, and I'm gonna choose here the appointment date that we got. So let's go down, and we should find it around here. And I'm gonna scroll down until I find it. Here it is at the end, and we're gonna get the arguments of the date, and we're gonna put this prompt that you're seeing right here. There you go. Actually, I will output this date to be after now with a format of this format that we're gonna use for calling. So guys, in this case, I already made the advance and I ran the ChatGPT. I actually added here just output the date in that format so that it output it correctly. And as you can see, it gave me the content that I actually wanted. Fantastic. So with this done, what we're gonna do is actually add an edit fields module. And here what we're gonna do is put the date start, and we're gonna get this content, drag it here, and we're gonna change it so that it's gonna start at 9 a.m. when the availability of the real estate agent starts. Let's say it starts at 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So for that, let's go to format, as we want to check the availability of the real estate agent in that day to check if that hour is available. So let's go first of all with content, and I want to change it to, in this case, to date. There you go. And now we're gonna add the format, which is gonna be exactly as you can see here: year, month, day. And now we're gonna do this next thing. Let's put a space with a plus, and here we're gonna put some commas with the T. You want to start right now Y with another plus. Where here we're gonna actually add all of these dot format, and we're actually gonna put the date, which is gonna be, in this case, the date, hour, minutes, seconds, and I have to add in this case my time zone, that is gonna be in Europe, Madrid. If yours is Miami, you would probably have to put -4. If yours is California, I think it will have to be -7. Just adapt it to your time zone, basically. So right now it's on this, but careful because we want it to be not like this. I'm gonna actually change it, my mistake, here to actually 9 a.m. Sorry about it, guys. There you go, as you can see. And now I'm gonna add another one, which is gonna be date end, with which we are gonna check until the end of the day. Let's say the real estate agent is gonna be able to have his calendar open until 9 p.m. So that's the point. Here we have it. Let's test it and run it so that we can get that information. And as we can see, we got it right here. Okay, so what's gonna be in this case the next step? The next step is gonna be to add an HTTP request. There you go, where we are gonna add all the information to, well, we're actually gonna get here the availability of the real estate agent, because in this case we are gonna use for the checking availability call.com, which I have used a lot lately, and that it works really good when checking availability and booking appointments. So just create your account. It's really similar to Calendly. Configure, as you can see here, an event. Yes, it works exactly the same as Calendly. And then what you will have to go is select, in this case, get, and we're gonna put the URL of. So in this case, I'm gonna use this URL, https api.call.com d1 slots, and then what we're gonna do actually is send query parameters. So our query parameters are gonna be the API key. Oh, have low battery. It has also have to be the start time, the date of start time. That's why we wanted to do that edit fields module before, because we want to set a start time where we're gonna check the appointment, and an end time. So that's what we're gonna do, end time. We're also gonna put here the time zone, and we're gonna put also the event type ID. If you want to know what's the event type ID, it's just going to your event and getting this number here that you have here in the URL between this bar and the interrogation mark, and you're gonna place it here inside the time zone. You're gonna put yours. Mine is Europe, Madrid, and here what you have to do is basically put the date start here, really easy, and the date end right here. Fantastic. So here you will have to put your API key from call.com, and you could go ahead and actually run it. We could actually run it to see how it works. Okay, so once I've introduced my API key, let's click directly on execute the step, and let's see if, as you can see, we get all the slots of that day that we actually asked for inside the AI voice call. So with this said, you will ask, where Diego, and how are we gonna know, or how are we gonna get search for all the, in this case, slots, and see if the one that is available is gonna be between all of these ones? Well, that's the point of what we're gonna do right now. We could test it right now with an if, so we could actually get the one that the ChatGPT outputted, so this one, and let's put it here because we want to put contains, so that in this case these slots contain this one. As you can see, it's not gonna work. Why? Because it's an object. So that's why what we have to do is actually change it. Let's change it and let's see if this one works. We can't, as you can see. Why? Because wrong type. So what do we have to do before? Let's actually do here a break. Let's break this one. Let's put an edit fields here. There you go. And we are gonna actually pass here all these slots. and we're gonna call them slot string, for example, and I'm gonna execute the step. And as you can see, what we can do now is bring this here, and we're gonna bring the slots here, and we're gonna execute the step. Okay guys, so it is right now working. It appears here in the true branch, because what I did is came here to the ChatGPT and I changed here, instead of a set, a T. Careful with that, because I was putting it incorrectly. So what are we gonna do right now? Right now, if for the true branch, we are gonna basically go and add another HTTP request here, where we want to actually put a post, and we are gonna actually create here the booking. And before finishing the workflow, what we're gonna do later is create the workflow for sending the calls with the Google Sheets. But first, we're gonna come here and we're gonna actually search for the one of bookings, where we can actually create all the bookings. So we're gonna put in this case this URL, then we're gonna send in this case headers, where our headers are gonna be the content type, which is gonna be application JSON. As you can see, actually here we are just gonna be copying everything. There you go, and here, fantastic. Then we're gonna add another parameter that is gonna be the call API version here. There you go, and there you go. Oh, this one should be the call API version, that in this case is gonna be, let me check it, this one, default 2024-08-13. Okay, fantastic. And finally, we are also gonna have to add the authorization, and here you have to add, in this case, better and your API key. Fantastic. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I will add it later. Here we're gonna put row, and I'm gonna put application JSON. Fantastic. And here we're gonna add a body of JSON, that it's gonna be, in this case, the next one. There you go, here it is. So we're gonna put the language as EN. The name, we will change it later with the dynamic variables, so no worries right now. The time zone is gonna still be Euro Madrid. The phone number, we will also add it later with the dynamic variables that we add when we send a call. And here I'm gonna put also email, so that we can also add the email, and let's put it like this. Fantastic. Okay, so here in start, careful here, because we don't have to put it actually in our normal hour, but we have to put it in UTC time. So if you are from Europe as me, you have to put it 2 hours before. If you are from Miami, you have to put it 4 hours later, as well as from New York. So for that, let's do it right now. I'm gonna get the correct date, and I'm gonna actually bring it here, and let's do some cool things here. Let's call it like that. Let's put to data, and we're gonna put dot format, and it's gonna be by now year, the month, day. Yeah, or we could even just put format. Let's take it out even, and we are gonna put right now here to UTC, so you have, or to ISO, whatever you prefer. You see that here there's a lot of things, and there's an option to UTC. There you go, and here it is. You can see it like this, that is gonna be in UTC time. That is exactly the time that we want. Okay, fantastic. And later, what we're gonna do in this case is change the description. I have set here the location to a type of address, and the description here we can change it to the appointment time of your meeting, let's call it like that, with the real estate agent. And let's put here appointment with real estate agent. Fantastic. Okay, so why are we gonna stop it now? Because now we have to go do the other part. We have to go to Google Sheets, because we want to create our CSV where we are gonna put all the leads that we have to be sending them calls directly. So let's create a new Google Sheets right now. So here I am in a complete new Google Sheets. I'm gonna call these ones 2024 5 cold calling campaigns. Let's click like that, and we're gonna put here, in this case, the phone numbers. This is gonna be the first column. We could put here the first name. Let's put here, if you want, the last name, the whole name, the property address, and we can also put, for example, their email, let's say here. And we're gonna add another column. You will understand right now why. That is gonna be, in this case, a call center. There you go. So that way we're gonna know which of them have been sent a call and which of them not. So let's put some example like this one with everything, so that we can do actually a test. I'm gonna save right now the system of appointment setting. We will come actually later, because what we're gonna do is come here, we're gonna create a new workflow, and we're gonna set the system to send on a schedule the calls. We want them to send the calls maybe in a schedule of every 5 minutes, which means around 12 calls an hour, which is actually really decent. Take into account that these cold callers can be 9 hours calling, and it's not gonna land in spam because it's doing it moderately. So right now we're gonna add another Google Sheets here, that in this case is gonna be to get Rush in a spreadsheet. So right now we have to first of all connect our account. There you go, and now I'm gonna select my new document. Fantastic, and let's select by now our only one page, our only page. We'll actually create later more to collect and keep all the transcripts and everything, the recording URLs, and separate between the non-interesting ones and the interesting ones. By now we're gonna put the column, and we're gonna select the call sent, and that is gonna be actually value nothing. It's gonna be blank. And the other option that I'm gonna choose is to return only first machine raw, because if not, we're gonna have problems calling a bunch of people, because take into account that there's gonna be a lot of them that are gonna be here without this part filled up. So for that, let's come back here, and I'm gonna execute the step, and as you can see, we get all the information of the first column that we just introduced. So right now what are we gonna do? We're gonna add another HTTP request, guys, that is gonna be from post to send a call with Retell AI. So for that we have to go to Retell AI API docs. There you go. And let's go here. We have to go to the API reference, and we want to create a phone call, guys. So I'm gonna actually copy this link, bring it back here. There you go, fantastic. And let's send the headers. The headers, which of them are gonna be, in this case, as always, authorization, and it's gonna also be bearer, and here you have to include your API key. There you go. And well, let's add the other one, that is gonna be content type, and remember, as always, also application JSON. Okay, and now let's add the raw and the JSON, that also the body, let's say, that goes here. Let's click here, let's go with raw, let's go also with application JSON, and let's add a body where we have to include the assistant ID, all the information like that. You're gonna have it right now placed here. Okay guys, so here I have introduced, in this case, all the JSON part. So here, what are we gonna be changing? We're gonna be changing the variables. As you can see, it's a piece of JSON, really easy. What do you have to do? First, you just have to add here the agent ID. So you have to come here to the agent and choose, in this case, well, actually copy here the ID that you have here and bring it to change it here. There you go, fantastic. Then we're gonna actually change the dynamic variables. So let's check which ones we had already used. We have put name. I also remember that there was property, so that's what we have to do, like this, guys. And then we're gonna be giving some spaces here. Property, as you can see, well, I want to do the process with you, so that even if you don't understand JSON code or everything, you can actually do it. So we have also here, as you can see, the property address that is going to be here in property, and the email. I actually want to add also the email to make easier the process of actually booking the appointment. So let's put here the first name. I only want to put the first name. The property address is going to be here, and the email is going to go here. Okay, so 2 numbers. Let's go and use the phone numbers and place it here. From number, here you have to include your Retell AI phone number, which you can actually buy one directly from Retell or purchase one inside Telnix, Twilio, or Bonus and include it inside Retell. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna include here my phone number, my API key, and let's continue the process to finally also send the call and everything. Okay, so I just configured everything, and finally we're gonna add, before everything, a Google Sheets to update a row. Why do we want to update here a row? Well, first of all, we have to add our Google Sheets. We also have to add, in this case, our first page, and here we want to match on, for example, I don't know, we could say match on the row number, and then we're gonna get that row number. And for getting here the row number, what we could do is actually come here to the HTTP request. So I actually just executed once here the HTTP request, so that now we can come here, I can close this, I can come here, and we can place here the row number as we wanted. There you go. So that we can actually put here inside call send. Fantastic. There we go. We have it. Everything perfect. And we could even put here the date and everything so that it can be more specific for the real estate agent. But with this, the system is finished to send the calls. So I'm just gonna send me right now a call, and later what I'm gonna do is actually execute meanwhile the other system of the appointment setters that I'm gonna find in the other workflow that we have here. Is the first one, this one, so that we can include the email and the phone number, and we can complete the booking inside call.com. So let's do right now a live test. I'm gonna call right now my phone number here, and let's do it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is just click here on execute workflow so that we can execute it. There you go. And I'm gonna receive right now the call. Meanwhile, I'm gonna come to this workflow and we're gonna execute it right now. Oh, first of all, let's unpin the data. There you go, and execute it.
Am I talking to Diego?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Diego. So I am Max, the assistant of the real estate agent, James Williams, who wanted to confirm you wanted to sell your property on 123 Banana Street.
Yeah, that's right.
Great, Diego. Does the house need any repairs? And if you don't mind me asking, what is the reason you want to sell the property?
Yeah, so I actually want to sell the property because I want to change my environment and it doesn't need any repairs.
I see. Thanks for sharing that, Diego. And what price are you looking to get for the property?
Well, I'm actually looking to get for the property around $1 million.
Thanks for the information, Diego. Would you like to book an appointment with James Williams, the real estate agent, to discuss the sale further? If yes, please let me know the date and time you are free.
Yeah, of course. So let's do it, for example, next Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Perfect, Diego. I'm scheduling your appointment.
Okay, so right now it's sounding a bit bad. So I'm gonna actually change the voice because I didn't like it. I changed it in this case to Adrian. Later we will test it and I'm sure it will sound much better. Okay, so right now we actually got everything. We got here the execution, and what we're gonna do is come here to the call.com part, the module, the node, and we are gonna, in this case, add the email and the phone number as we wanted. So let's go to the webhook, and here we want to actually find the name, for the property, email. We have everything here, so I'm actually gonna add here the email. Fantastic. Then we could even add here the price, the repairs, everything, guys, that you actually think about. We can actually add it also here. I'm gonna actually add it later in the Google Sheets, so no problem. And we can actually also add the phone number, which we are gonna find here. We have to drag the 2 number directly here, and we will have everything configured. Okay, so with this said, we actually only have to add my API key here inside Better, and we could be creating already the appointment. So I'm gonna add it right now. Okay, perfect, and I'm actually gonna run it right now, and as you can see, it's gonna work perfectly. Nice. So what are we gonna do now? Now we're gonna actually send an email to the real estate agent to inform him that a new appointment has been booked. Or we could even do that. I think I'm gonna do it later when we collect the transcripts. So right now we're gonna leave everything like that, but we have to add actually a web response. And the good thing from Retell is that we can actually send a text, a normal text or something like that, without having to have a structured data like in Bappy. So for that, what we're gonna do is yes, the appointment has been booked at the hour selected by the user, like that. And what we are gonna do is actually come here and let's put on the other branch another webhook. So I'm gonna come here to the edit fields, or we could use even the ones from the HTTP request, the slots. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this one. So let's again put text and let's put here, these are the slots that are available as the one asked by the user isn't free, and we're gonna put here the slots. Okay, let's put it in expression like this. Fantastic. And I'm gonna go down and tell him select 2 or 3 and tell him as an example, let's put better as an example, to give to the user. Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. So there we go with the actually system of the booking an appointment, and everything finished. Everything is finished here for booking the appointment. We can actually, for example, what we can do is divide here so that we can have in the same workflow the one for collecting the information and the transcripts and the appointment booking system. So let's do it right now. Okay, so what we're gonna do is separate these ones, and we are gonna actually set up here a filter, or we can actually, instead of filter, we can actually set here a switch, so we can switch by the modules that we select. Okay, so for example, let's use the name of the function. So I'm gonna put me right here, and we could use the names of the functions to actually decide where to go. Okay, so here we are in transcript with tool calls. We could use that one, or if not, we could go to the bottom part and select the name, and we can set here if name is equal to appointment date underscore date. Fantastic. And we're gonna add another one that will be for the call analyzed and receiving the transcript. So right now we're gonna set it like this. I'm gonna set this one like this. Let's do another small call. So I'm gonna send it right now again to me, so that we can actually just click here and put the call underscore analyzed and everything. By the way, before actually sending me the call, I'm gonna come back to Retell, and we are gonna add a post-call analysis here, because we want to know which of them have interest and which of them not. So with this, we're just gonna set a selector, and it's gonna be interested. It's gonna be decide whether the user booked an appointment and was interested in selling his property or he wasn't. So let's put as the choices not interested and interested. There you go. And that way we can divide all the leads, and we can actually filter them inside our Google Sheets. I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna just send right now the call. So there you go. Let's execute the workflow, and actually we're gonna receive it, and it's gonna be really fast, guys. So I have to actually come back here, and we have to change this, add here my phone number. With that done right now, I'm gonna execute again the workflow, and I'm gonna receive it. So before sending the call, what we're also gonna do is click here to copy the webhook URL and bring it here to a webhook settings and the agent level webhook URL. Perfect. So now we can actually come back here to the Google Sheets, take out the call send as the call, and actually come here to execute the workflow. You have take a look at what I'm gonna do, because it's really important. First of all, I'm gonna get the call. I'm gonna execute right now the workflow, and I'm gonna actually close it right now. So it's gonna give us some information, but it's giving us this because we have to actually change it to when last note finishes, or using to respond webhook. There you go. And now I'm gonna actually do it again. Take out this, come here, execute the workflow. There you go. Fantastic. And receiving the call. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna actually execute it, and I'm gonna close it down right now. we're gonna receive the call sent. I'm gonna execute it again, and as you can see, we got the call underscore analyze probably right here. Let me check the event. As you can see, the event is call underscore analyzed. So I'm gonna put it like this, call underscore analyzed. There you go, fantastic. So now let's add a filter with an if, really easy. And we are gonna have here our deciders, where we are gonna find probably if these guys were interested. As you can see, custom analysis data, and we're gonna put it like this, and we want to know if it is not interested. If it is not interested, we are just gonna bring it here, and we are gonna create a sheet where it's gonna be basically for not interested. There you go, fantastic. Let's create another one for interested, which means they have an appointment. And here we're gonna put the phone number, we're gonna put the email also, the name, and I think that with that it's okay, because we are gonna be sending in later in another system that we're not gonna be covering in this video, a follow-up. So perfect, let's come here, let's play it. It's gonna be false. Why is it false? Not underscore interested. Yeah, it's exactly not. Hold on. Okay, my fault, guys. This underscore has to go out. There you go, and now it's gonna be executed. Fantastic. So we can go to Google Sheets, and we can actually add a row here in append row in sheet. Fantastic. Let's choose again 2025 calling campaigns. Let's go right now with not interested. Actually, let's come here and let's get the not interested. Fantastic. So I'm gonna come here, and we want to get the phone number, the email, and all the other data. So what I'm gonna do is actually get here the name, paste it here, the email, paste it here, and my fault, we are actually gonna add also the property address. So let's put here address, and for that we just have to come here and refresh all the values. So let's put here, let's put reset value, and let's go again to actually 2025, not interested, and we're gonna find again all the information. Fantastic. Email, name, property, and let's go down to get our actual email. And here we have the two number, which I'm gonna actually add here so that we can have it there. Okay, so with this set, we're gonna actually now append the other part, which is gonna be of the interested, which is gonna be when it goes false. And when it goes false, we are gonna add more information here inside the interested, which is gonna be the phone number. We're gonna also put the, let's say we can actually put the name. Let's say also, for example, the address, we have to add it. We were price, repairs. We also added the reason for selling, the appointment date I'm gonna add here, and I think that that's all that we have to add, probably, and the email probably. I'm gonna add it here. Email. Fantastic. So we're gonna add finally another Retell AI here, data retrieval, which is gonna be a text. That is gonna be the appointment date. Write, or let's say output the date that has been booked for the appointment. Place it or put it in a legible way. Let's put an example. Wednesday 4 p.m. Let's put another example. Friday 11 a.m. and I'm gonna save it. There you go, saved. So let's come back to the NA10. I'm gonna add here, in this case, another Google Sheets, because we're gonna be adding by now the information that we have here. So let's choose again the 2025. Let's choose in this case the not interested this time, and we're gonna have here all the information that we want inside our webhook and our Google Sheets. So we have here the information of the Retell LM dynamic variables. I'm gonna place here the name, I'm gonna place here the address, and I'm gonna place here the email. So let me a moment. There you go, email in here. Fantastic. So we could go even down here the phone number. So let's add phone number and place it here. There you go, fantastic. So how are we gonna actually get the other parts and the other system? So for that, what we are gonna do is come back here, and instead of calling, which is gonna be really slow, we can come back here. We can actually test with the chat. So for that, let's come no, we have to actually do it with the audio. Sorry about it, guys. We have to actually do it with the audio. So let's click here, and I'm gonna actually, first of all, click here in test.
Hello there, am I talking to like name?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, name. So I am Max, the assistant of the real estate agent James Williams, who wanted to confirm you wanted to sell your property on a property.
Yeah, that's right.
Great. Does the house need any repairs? And if you don't mind me asking, what is the reason you want to sell the property?
No, it doesn't have any repairs, and I want to sell my property because I want to change my environment.
I see. Changing your environment sounds like a fresh start. What price are you looking to get for the property?
$1 million.
Would you like to book an appointment with the real estate agent James Williams to discuss this further? If yes, please let me know the date and time you are free.
Yes, of course. Let's set, for example, Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Thanks for letting me know your availability on Wednesday at 4 p.m. I'll make sure James Williams is informed and will be ready to meet with you then. Now, would you like me to transfer the call to James Williams right now?
Okay, and as you can see, we got here all the information. So instead of creating a new one, what we are gonna do is come here and we have the collected dynamic variables. So we can actually add everything. We add the reason here, as you can see, the price here, and the repairs here. So we're gonna go at the end, down here, and we can find the custom analysis data and add here the appointment date. And with that, exactly, we have everything finished. By the way, guys, careful here, because in case there's a voicemail, because we were seeing it later, it can be a voicemail. So we are gonna be later checking it if it could be a voicemail here. So if you go here, I don't know if it actually in the web call it allows it, but inside there's a option that is here, voicemail, and it should be false. So as it's a web call, I think it's not gonna appear, but careful, because if it goes to voicemail, we should add it inside another, actually, oh, here you see it, in voicemail. So for that, let's come here, let's add another if module, because I want to take that part out. Let's go to the down part, and I'm gonna add the in voicemail. Fantastic, it's gonna go to false. If it's false, as it is, we are gonna, oh, it has to be a boolean, exactly, sorry, is, let's set it here, is false. There you go, and let's execute the step. Fantastic, and if it is false, we're gonna come here. If it is not false, I'm gonna actually create another page here, which is gonna be no pickup. And it's actually gonna be the same thing as the not interested ones. There you go, gonna copy it and bring it, actually, where is it? Here. But careful, guys, because I actually forgot to add here the transcript and the recording URL that we are gonna add right now. So there you go, and I'm actually gonna add them both inside the interested, so that we can have both of them also there. So let's go here, let's add by now the part of the no pickup. Let's append a row, and it's gonna be in the 2025 again, and in the no pickup. Fantastic. So here it's gonna be the phone number, email, name, and address, and I'm gonna be copying them all from here. As you can see, by now I'm gonna copy this one, bring it actually here. I'm gonna copy the email, and I'm gonna bring it also there. You can do that on your own, because I'm just gonna be copying all of this and bringing them there. So I just click here to fetch the columns, and I'm gonna actually click here again, and I'm gonna click here because we want to receive here the recording URL and the transcript. So as you can see here, there we go, the recording URL, and I just have to click here to recharge the columns, and we're gonna find it in the end. So let's place here the recording URL, and the transcript should be in the upper part here. There you go, transcript, and I'm gonna add it there. And I'm just gonna do the same for the not interested. I'm gonna add here the transcript. There you go, and I'm gonna also add here the recording URL. And here it is. I'm gonna copy it completely. Fantastic and fantastic. Finally, the last step, guys, and we will have finished all the scenario, is to send an email. For example, I'm gonna use email to the real estate agent, where we can actually inform him that a new interested guy has arrived. Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna actually run this one so that we can get all the information inside the Gmail, as you can see here. Great. So with that done, let's put here, for example, the real estate at real estate. Just put here the email of the real estate agent.com, and here you have to put new lead interested, and we can say with text, hey real estate agent, a new lead has arrived inside the CRM, go check it, like this. Fantastic. And we will just be sending a notification. So I think that everything is finished here, and we can go directly to do the final test. That's great. So I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna actually delete this one so that we can see it completely. I'm gonna come to our fresh page. I'm gonna delete the call sent. I'm gonna send me a call, and we are gonna do everything right now. So now I'm actually gonna come here. I'm gonna delete the part of call send as you see here, and I'm gonna exit the workflow to send it to me. And with this said, we're gonna receive here the call. There you go, and I'm gonna, answer it.
Hello there, am I talking to Diego?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Diego. So I am Max, the assistant of the real estate agent James Williams, who wanted to confirm you wanted to sell your property on 123 Banana Street.
Yeah, that's right.
Great, Diego. Does the house need any repairs? And if you don't mind me asking, what is the reason you want to sell the property?
Yeah, so it doesn't need any repairs, and I want to change my environment, that's why.
I am really sorry to hear about the accident, Diego. That must be tough.
No. Sorry. No. I said that I wanted to I just wanted to change my environment.
Ah, got it, Diego. Thanks for clarifying that you want to change your environment. That makes sense. So, about the house, does it need any repairs? And also, what price are you looking to get for the property?
It doesn't need repairs, and I'm looking to get $1 million.
Thanks for the info, Diego. Would you like to book an appointment with James Williams, the real estate agent, to discuss the sale further? If yes, please let me know the date and time that works best for you.
Yeah, of course. Let's do it, for example, next Friday at 12 p.m.
Perfect, Diego. I have scheduled your appointment with James Williams for next Friday at 12 p.m. I will now transfer your call to James so you can discuss...
No. There's no need. Okay. We enter the call, and we're going to receive right now the information of the call _ analyze. The last part of the transfer is just a part that I added inside the transcript, but that is not necessary, as we are not going to cover it right now in the call. And as you can see, it has actually functioned. The call analyze _ analyst has run here, and we have actually got the information inside the Google Sheets, and we also got here the Gmail. So if we go right now here to we are gonna see here all the information as we wanted. In this case, we're gonna find the number, the name, the address, the price, that it doesn't need repairs, the reason, the appointment date, as I said, Friday at 12 p.m., the email, the transcript, as you can see here, and the recording URL that we can actually listen it. If we click here, it's gonna actually download here the recording to listen it to Apple Music with here all the transcript. Okay guys, so that's basically all that we had to say. I hope you have liked the video. I'm gonna show you actually that it has booked an appointment. Let me go to my Google Calendar. So as you can see here, we are on Friday, and we have here the information here, the booking, the appointment that we just got. This was the other test that we were doing. Fantastic guys, so let's go to the final part of the video. So guys, this has been all for the video. I hope you've enjoyed and you've learned how to build these 2025 real estate cold calling campaigns. It was a video I wanted to do recently, as it's 1 year from the most popular video on my channel. So we just wanted to appreciate you again watching the video, and see you in the next one.